because you can doesn't mean you should. All right? Let me do that again. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. All right? When PHEX launches and everything like that, and the whole ecosystem is born over there, and like the price is very cheap, make the biggest stakes you can. At least at the very least, make yourself one hex stake per year, right? Do it. You want, there's something I call in the courses. It's called fairy dust. Fairy dust. Okay. When PHEX is fairy dust, and that's equivalent. Like right now, I would look at the price of hex right now as fairy dust. Like Richard said that the low is in, right? Doesn't mean we can't retest the low, but I mean he thinks that the low is in right now. Like what hex is at fucking 5 cents, basically 4.9 cents right now. Now at this price point, doesn't mean that we can't go down to 3 cents, 4 cents, and stuff in terms of the price of hex. But right now, when it's fairy dust, when this is the cheapest that's going to get. When you take this hex and you stake it, this is the easiest time to ever stake out hex. You know what I mean? Just do all your long-term stakes now while it's cheapest, while you can like stomach it. Because man, when hex's price is back at 50 cents, $2, even $5 one day in the next 2 years, when it's at that price point, you're gonna be like, wow, that's a lot of dollars to stake out and stuff. So do it. So it's taking the medicine now and just doing these long-term stakes that you'll be thanking yourself in the future for, like, oh man, dude, like patting yourself on the back, yo, Miguel, bro. Whoo, man, future Miguel wouldn't have done this, but past Miguel is super happy you did, right? And this is the time to do it, right? And obviously, when PHEX, you can do like monthly like income ladder stakes and stuff. And I'll have all types of future videos to help you guys out. So when PHEX does launch on Pulse Chain and stuff, I will have a lot of tutorial videos and instructions and stuff of how to like do different strategies for income versus just larger sort of like big hit stakes and stuff. But I would highly recommend, because I've seen this like all over the Hexagon space. I've seen this on Strafe chats, I've seen this on Pulse Chain chats, Hex chats and stuff like that, of people saying like, hey, you know what, let me I'm gonna skip 2025 because I think that year's gonna be bad, and then I'm gonna put all my Hex stakes for 2020. Do not skip years. Okay? You don't know what can happen. It could be very much of what it takes. It could take another like 6-8 months before this market just bottoms out, and then we start launching back up and stuff like that, and it's a delayed market, and then we could be pumping into 2025. Watch, we pump it into 2026, and then we have a 3-year bear market or something, and then we don't re-pump back up until late 28 or 29, right? And if that happens, you're like, Jesus Christ, I missed the whole all-time highs. And then what you're going to do is you're going to emergency unstake, give away all your interest away. Have that. Don't play those guessing games. Make stakes every year. That way you are never hurting, right? And so there's something I like to call in the ecosystem called hollow whales, hollow sharks, hollow dolphins, where it's people who have a ton of hex, right? Or boost up their t-shirts by basically staking out super long term, right? And if they can hold to that time, they really will get those payouts. But what's going to end up happening, I believe, is that a lot of Hexagons are going to start, if the price of Hex ever goes to $2-3+ a lot of people are going to emergency unstake, and that interest and all that coin goes to the people who made these right decisions to be practical and make sure to have a good even amount come out every year. And the year 5s to 15s, the t-shirt is going to be awesome anyway. But you've got to remember you've got to be strategic, and you've got to make sure to set some. You got to have a little liquid. And then stake, and I'm telling you, yes, you want to have 555s, you want to have 14s, 13s, 12s, 11s, 10s, 9s, 10. You want to have all blasphemy. That's right. You got to have misogyny. You got to have these. You got to have a strategy. And if you don't know what you're doing, grab a consultation with me. Links in the bio and stuff like that for my Twitter and stuff. DM me there, and or just wait for the next crypto mindset course and stuff where we can show you how to properly stake everything and everything like that. But you don't mess this up. And if you like there's a lot of new people in the Hex community. Just dollar cost average into your Hex, hold on to it. If you don't know what you're doing, hold on to it. And then over time, you can learn through the community and stuff, learn from 2-3 different sources, and then start making some practical decisions, And for what I would recommend for a lot of people, especially any new Hexagon, is probably start off with something like 30 to 40% of your Hex. So let's just say, as an example, you had 100,000 Hex as an example. I would keep 40,000 of those hex liquid in your wallet, stake out 60,000, but start from year 3 onwards. Now, the reason I say that is because you're going to continue to dollar cost average. So you keep saving up until you can make another stake. So let's just say you did something as an example. You did 10,000 hex at 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, and then you run out of hex. Okay, cool. As you buy more, you keep 40% of that you just bought liquid until you have enough to make that 10,000. And then once you finish up your first ladder to 15 years, like then you finally get this point where like, I got my first 555. Now I've got from year 3 to 15. Fuck yeah, man. Good. Then from there, then you have to reanalyze. Okay, what other kind of stake should I make? And this is like this I would say that's the first baby steps to do for yourself. Like if I had to give you a hex baby step, that's the first hex baby step, because I like having new people in the ecosystem have a little bit of liquid, so if the hex price ever went up, they actually could possibly take some profits or do something with it and stuff, because this is what crypto's here for, right? But at the same time too, like I would definitely just grab the most amount of bonus shares, because if you can skip out the year 3 onward, you're getting almost a 40% bonus to T shares, which is really awesome. So shout out to you, man. Let's see, Jinquan with the